Picture this. Two best friends, DJ Anderson and Timothy Milner, living in Washington State. They decide to embark on a little project together, an agricultural venture. Now, this wasn't just any old gardening project. They were cultivating medicinal plants. The arrangement seemed perfect. Timothy, being the more able-bodied of the two, would handle all the physical labor, the planting, the tending, the harvesting. DJ, who had some physical limitations, would cover the costs. He paid for the electricity to run the grow lights, the nutrients to feed the plants, all the overhead. They were very clear from the start. This was a cooperative, strictly for their own personal use. No money was ever supposed to change hands for the plants themselves. It was a partnership built on trust and mutual need. For a while, it worked. They were a team, combining their resources and skills to create something for themselves. What could possibly go wrong? Well, as it turns out, just about everything. The seeds of conflict were sown, not in their garden, but in their friendship. These tensions that had been simmering beneath the surface finally boiled over, leading to a massive falling out. The details of what exactly caused the initial break are a bit murky, as they often are when friendships implode, but the result was a complete and total collapse of their partnership. The trust that had been the foundation of their agreement was gone, replaced by suspicion and resentment. Suddenly, they weren't partners anymore. They were adversaries. The garden, once a symbol of their collaboration, became a battlefield. It wasn't just a disagreement over who forgot to water the plants. This was a deep personal betrayal. One day, the plants, the very things they had worked together to cultivate, were destroyed. Ripped from their pots, torn up by the roots, and unceremoniously thrown out into the snow. It was a scene of total agricultural carnage. Both claimed the DJ Anderson accused Timothy Milner of sabotaging the entire operation. He claimed that in a fit of rage, Milner had gone in and systematically destroyed every single plant, throwing away months of work and investment. On the other side, Timothy Milner had a completely different story. He pointed the finger right back at DJ, insisting that it was Anderson who had wrecked their shared crop. He alleged that DJ was the one who went on a rampage, tearing everything up and leaving it for dead in the cold. It was a classic case of he said. Both men were adamant. The other was responsible for this act of destruction. It was one man's word against the other's, and their friendship was buried under the same snow as their plants. The conflict didn't stop with accusations about the destroyed plants. The situation escalated dramatically, with claims of a physical altercation entering the picture. The story told was that their final argument wasn't just a war of words. It had become physical. Both men described a heated confrontation, a moment where their anger boiled over into a physical struggle. This allegation turned a civil dispute over property into something much more serious. The specter of violence hung over the case, painting a picture of a friendship that had soured into a dangerous and volatile rivalry. The court now had to untangle not just who destroyed the plants, but whether an actual assault had taken place. This raised the stakes significantly. If true, it could mean criminal charges and serious consequences for whoever was deemed the aggressor. The story had evolved from a failed business partnership into a tale of alleged violence, and the truth was becoming harder and harder to find. Both DJ Anderson and Timothy Milner about this supposed physical fight. The image that had been painted was one of a serious brawl. The lawyer asked a simple direct question to each man. Did you seek any medical attention after this alleged fight? The answer from both was a quiet no. Did you go to the hospital? Did you even see a doctor? Again, the answer from both sides was no. This was a major turning point. It's highly unusual for a genuine physical altercation, the kind they had described, to result in absolutely no injuries requiring medical care. Not a single bruise, cut, or sprain bad enough to warrant a trip to the emergency room or even a doctor's office. This lack of medical evidence cast serious doubt on the severity, and perhaps even the reality, of the alleged fight. The dramatic claims of a physical battle began to look more like an exaggeration, a way to add weight to their side of the story in their bitter feud. With the claims of a physical fight looking shaky, the focus shifted to another piece of evidence: the police report. DJ Anderson had in fact called the police after the incident. This seemed like it could be the key to figuring out what really happened. When you call the police to report an assault, they document everything. The official report was brought into the legal proceedings, and everyone expected it to finally clear things up. The report did confirm that the police had responded to a call from Anderson. It documented his side of the story and the state of the scene when they arrived. However, the contents of the report were not the bombshell that either side might have hoped for. It didn't paint a picture of a brutal, one-sided attack or a mutual brawl. Instead, it offered a much more nuanced and less dramatic version of events. The official documentation would prove crucial in separating the angry accusations from the cold, hard facts of what transpired between the two former friends on that fateful day. The police report was read in court, and its contents were revealing. According to the official document, while Timothy Milner had indeed acted in a threatening manner towards DJ Anderson, the report explicitly stated that no actual blows were ever struck. The officer who responded to the scene found no evidence of a physical fight. There were no visible injuries on either man. The report clarified that the confrontation, while heated and hostile, remained verbal. Milner may have been intimidating. He may have yelled and made threats, but he never physically assaulted Anderson. This completely deflated the dramatic claims of a physical battle. The official record showed that while the friendship was clearly over and the anger was very real, it hadn't crossed the line into actual violence. The police had documented a nasty dispute, not a criminal assault. So what can we take away from the story of DJ Anderson and Timothy Milner? It's a classic cautionary tale about mixing friendship with any kind of business-like venture, even a small personal one. But when they go bad, they can go very, very bad. It also highlights how, in the heat of a conflict, emotions can run high and lead to exaggerated claims. The story of a physical brawl was a powerful accusation, but it fell apart under basic scrutiny, no medical records, and a police report that contradicted the story. It's a reminder that in any dispute, it's crucial to stick to the facts. Exaggerating or fabricating details, especially about something as serious as a physical assault, can completely undermine your credibility. In the end, their shared project was destroyed, their friendship was in ruins, and they were left fighting each other in court, all because their partnership soured. It's a stark lesson in the importance of clear agreements and keeping a level head, even when things fall apart. Thank you so much for watching. It's a wild story, and it really goes to show how complicated human relationships can be. What do you think? Who do you think was really responsible for destroying the plants? Let me know your theories down in the comments. And if you found this story interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into fascinating legal disputes. We'll see you in the next video.